Hello everyone, it's Friday. Welcome back to Sana IE. So I've been discussing that I was going to do the visuals, but we're back in lockdown, so that messes up my whole plan. So we're going to stay on audio until everything opens back up with the COVID and whatnot. But I hope you guys are staying safe and being safe, wearing your mask, washing your hands, and you guys are in my prayers, and as well as hope you guys take care of your family and doing everything that you need to be doing. Hope everybody had a good week, a great week. Like I said, it's Friday, man. Friday. And my whole thing is I wasn't going to do a Friday episode. I was going to save it for next week because I'm trying to stick to the one show a week thing. But I may come through with a couple of bonus episodes on Fridays. I'm going to call them like Future Fridays. So just certain ways to advance yourself and your future. But on today's episode, I'm going to be discussing my quotes of the day. Y'all know I got them. I got the 2 opening quotes and I got my ending quote. I got a few Netflix recommendations, a couple of shows that I've been watching, a couple of movies. Let me see for you. I got an action movie. I got a comedy movie. I got a documentary. I got a binge-worthy show. Let me see what else. Nope, and that is it. I may come up with a bonus show, but who knows. But those are the 4 that I got for y'all for the Netflix recommendation, as well as y'all know I love discussing mental health and ways to build your mental health. So I've been doing my research this week, and I've been finding some tips for entrepreneurs, ways to sustain their mental health and build their mental health. So I'm going to be talking about that on today's show. Once again, it is Friday. This is Sana IE. I'm your host, XO. Hey, man, all I ask is y'all, just spread the word about the podcast. Send it to a friend. Send it to a coworker. Send it to your employees. Send it to anybody that you think this podcast can help and bring value to. And not as far as you just listen. If you listen oh, yeah, I love the show. I like the show. Send it to a friend. Shoot it to a friend. Text it to a friend. Hey, check this out. Let me know what you think. It's a podcast I'm going to listen to. I'll greatly appreciate it, as well as y'all subscribing and liking the show and providing feedback. I love y'all feedback, and every time I hear it just uplifts my spirits and knows I'm doing the right thing. So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to give y'all a brief break, and then we're going to get into the show. Sana IE. Quotes of the day. My first quote is, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even if you don't want to. So, I've been thinking about 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead, where you want to be 5 years from now, where you want to be 10 years from now. And it's about doing the discipline and the steps now and being on you, holding yourself accountable and doing what needs to be done. It's funny. Last night I was chilling, about to get my Netflix on. And I was like, should I go to Netflix or should I watch YouTube? And it just instantly dawned on me, N for Netflix, no to my future, or Y for YouTube, yes to my future. That's what I basically took it as. Yes to your future or no to your future on what you're doing right now. That's what I basically put YouTube and Netflix in, yes and no. That's what they basically amount to. Yes, you can do the work on YouTube, apply yourself, and do what needs to be done. Do that discipline for you can future yourself to blossom so you can flourish. Or no, you can watch Netflix and really hinder your future and just be caught in the moment and not really progressing. So that's what it comes down to, especially disciplining yourself. There's a lot of distractions in the world and distractions out there, but it's all about staying disciplined and focused on what you need to get done. What do I need to get done today? Plan out days ahead, weeks ahead, or what you need to get done, and just do it. Hold yourself accountable. Maybe you have to tell your best friend, hey, this is my goal this week. Can you make sure I stay focused and not lose sight of my goal? Can you hold me accountable? Can you help me out with it? It's always good to ask for help, but like I said, the quote is, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even if you don't want to. There's a lot of stuff we don't want to do, but we have to do it. So anything that you know you have to do, discipline yourself to get it done. Take the little steps that you need to do to get done and stay disciplined and stay on yourself and hold yourself accountable. My next quote, sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. I think the biggest test I had was dealing with a heartbreak last year, and
through that, I discovered how strong I am on my own versus trying to lean on somebody or hold somebody or cater to somebody and just make sure that they don't leave or nothing of that nature. But you find out you're stronger by yourself, with yourself. You find that love for yourself. You find that wisdom. You start meeting new people. You start blossoming and branching out. It's like you was stuck in a place that you was constantly being tested, and it's like, damn, it was like during the time I was like to myself, damn, it's like, am I weak for so you always question yourself for like a trauma, or not necessarily a trauma, but like a heartbreak, a job loss or a loss or anything. But I was just questioning myself and just questioning, seeing how weak I was. But now I look back, it took strength for me to get to where I am and staying productive and staying consistent, because I could be still wallowing in it and really like, dang, that heartbreak really set me back. But nah, fuck all that. We back. So sometimes you're being tested not to show your weakness, but discover your strengths. So if you're being tested right now, maybe it's trying to build you up and make you stronger than trying to weaken you. That's what tests are about. Tests are to build your mental strength. You know that you have a spelling bee. Oh, I messed up. All right, you learn and figure out how to get the word right the next time. So tests are strength builders, I want to call them. I'll be right back. So I know I discussed with the quotes of the day, the yes to the future and the no to the future with the YouTube and Netflix. But I do got some Netflix recommendations for the people that's been chilling and not really chilling, but just been grinding, and they feel like, I need some downtime. I need something to watch on Netflix, something that's intriguing, something that sparks or may motivate you or inspire you. So like I said, I got different recommendations. I got an action movie, I got a comedy, I got a documentary, I got a binge-worthy show. So first, for my action movie, I got The Old Guard on Netflix. Great movie. Out of 10, I give about 8. And the movie's basically about 4 undying warriors who secretly protected humanity for centuries and become targeted for their powers just as they discover a new immortal. So basically, they're 4 immortal warriors. Like I said, it's an action-packed movie. If you love action movies, check out The Old Guard. One of my favorite movies on Netflix right now. A comedy that I recommend is Desperados. This movie is hilarious. Basically, after drunkenly sending a cringeworthy email, a hopeless romantic heads to Mexico with her best friends to erase the email before her new dude reads it. So this reason why it's called Desperados, this woman is like, she's been desperate to find love and find her right dude, and when she like seems to find him and he ghosts her for like 2 to 3 days, however it is, she sends him an email. Her and her best friends get together and send him a wild ass email. And then he calls her, and as they send the email, he calls her and like, oh, I'll tell y'all, not tell y'all, but go watch the movie. Trust me, it's funny. Desperados on Netflix. Check it out. The next recommendation I have is a documentary, and it's called The Business of Drugs. And it's basically to understand the origins and true impact of the business of drugs. A former CIA analyst investigates the economics of 6 illicit substances. So it's basically the business of drugs, learning the drugs. The first episode is about cocaine, the distribution of cocaine and how it's formed and where it came from and the origin of it. Great documentary. I know you're like, damn, why are you telling us about the business of drugs? It's just a great documentary, something to know. Always good to be educated in different fields and different aspects of life. Great documentary. Check it out. If you like documentaries, let me know what you think. The last one that I have, the binge-worthy show, is called The Order. I had 2 because I just started it. It's another one with the fam, but The Order. And basically, it's about this dude who tries to avenge his mother's death. He's a college student who pledges to a secret order and lands in a war between wolves and witches. Ways to improve your mental health as an entrepreneur.
Stop idolizing being busy. That is the biggest one. And that's number one, because as an entrepreneur, as you're starting up your business, your career, as you're starting your journey, you think you have to be constantly busy doing this, doing that, and just trying to put all the pieces together and try to build your Rome in one day. But like they say, Rome wasn't built in one day. It takes time, and it's where you have to plan it out and have a process. And being busy, yeah, you're going to be busy, but at least help yourself out and schedule yourself. Schedule your days out. Have time blocks to where, all right, from this period to this period, I'm doing this. From this period to this period, I'm doing this. It's like in school. You go back to high school or you in college, and they have periods that's basically time blocks to where you're learning certain things within that hour. And you get that break, you have your lunch, and then you go back to learning again. So it's just like that. Schedule your life out like that to where you have time blocks and you have periods of where you're doing stuff. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, all right, in the morning, I'm doing my morning routine where I'm going to the gym, I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm biking, I'm cycling, anything of that nature. And then the next hour, you're like, okay, this hour I'm studying or I'm getting ready to go into the job or working or something of that nature. So it's all about scheduling your time and not trying to always constantly thinking you have to be busy. As well as having too much on your plate is far too revered in the startup culture. Try delegating. Not everything needs to be on your shoulders. So with that being said, there will be times where you want to do everything. Like I said, being busy, but it's good to deviate the task. Find experts within that field to do that. If you need a graphic designer, but you're like, oh, I can design myself. Nah. Reach out for that work and have that person do that job who's an expert in that field. So that gives you time to work on something else, to focus on something else. So that's why there's teams. Everybody has their task on the team. So don't try to do everything. It's good to learn everything, but don't try to do everything on your own. Try to delegate tasks, deviate tasks to other people. That's number one. And I love that because I'm constantly being busy, trying to stay productive, but trying to do everything. But when I read this, I had to sit back and be like, yeah, I do need people that to delegate tasks with this, with what I'm doing, what I'm building my team, and really just incorporating people along on the journey to do certain things that I need done. So it was good to really stop. And like I said, start putting time schedules, time blocks in your days and going about that, as well as looking for other people to do certain jobs or certain tasks that you're doing right now. Number 2, scheduling downtime improves mental health. Downtime, much like sleep, is something your body needs, especially your mind. Not only benefits you by allowing you to live a more balanced life, but it's actually good for great ideas. Take breaks more often during the day. Give yourself half a day off. Soon you might be more rested, productive, and successful. Scheduling downtime improves mental health. So we all need breaks throughout the day. And like I said, it goes back to school and having that where they had the breaks. They had, recess or lunch and all that stuff. You get them breaks, the 15-minute breaks, then 30-minute breaks. Get them breaks in throughout your day. Don't try to always constantly be busy. Know when to save the work for another day. Or, like I said, go back to delegating those tasks to somebody else to where you can schedule that downtime for yourself. And it's all about incorporating that within the time blocks. Where you're like, okay, this hour is my hour, the me time, to where I get to de-stress and collect my thoughts and see how the day went and just where I can move forward and see what I want to do. You always got to have that me time. You can't always be on that go, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. No, have that me time every day. You need that throughout the day to stay balanced throughout your life, because it's a journey. Everything won't be done in one day. So try to figure out how to schedule your downtime. If you have downtime already, I salute you, appreciate you. Spread that on to people around you. There's somebody that you see is always working, constantly working. Like, hey man, this is what I do to get my downtime, or schedule my downtime. Schedule your downtime like this so you can have some time of peace, some time to relax, some time to collect your thoughts, and some time to take a breath. So scheduling downtime improves your mental health as an entrepreneur. Number 3, meditate and cultivate other mindful practices. You know me, I love meditating. Meditating is the way I start my day, the way I end my day, and it's just like, it's peace. It brings peace to you. It gets you centered. It gets you balanced to where you're in the moment. You're in the present. So I highly recommend meditating. I have a few episodes on meditating. I'll put them in the link or the description as I do this. But as well as the Harvard research has shown that mindful meditation changes the brains of depressed people. Because it gets you centered. Like I said, it brings you in the present and gets you with your thoughts to where you're collected, and it brings balance in your life, and it lets you, it's like a part of visualization too. It's where you want to visualize what you want, and it's great. I love it. However, mindful meditation isn't for everyone. Some people might consider yoga, which has the added benefit of getting your body moving and improves your balance, flexibility, and muscle tone. Me, I've always wanted to try hot yoga, but can't do that now because the whole COVID. But some of my friends do yoga and they have tremendous benefits from it. So if you've been thinking about considering yoga is something you might want to do. And you can also reach out to me and I'll connect you with certain friends that do yoga and they'll put you on to that yogi life. But number 4, prioritize physical activity. Exercise in general isn't just something that improves appearance or physical health. It keeps your body in better shape, helps with sleep and your mood. Me, I know I talk about the gym, going to the gym, staying physically active. Right now the gyms are closed, so I had to switch up to a whole different routine, start with the home gym, as well as I'm doing a 1.5 mile walks this week. Just walking 1.5 miles. It's like an affirmative walk. It's saying my affirmations as I'm walking, visualizing stuff, and just being clear, being out there with the nature, feeling the sun, hearing the birds chirping, all that, cars going by, but getting that walks, getting that physical activity, and then I start on my home workouts and then my morning routine. So physical activity, as we know, puts you in a better shape, puts you in a better mood, gives you that better energy, and it's like, it gives you more energy, and it gets you to where you clear, you have ideas, you can think, you feel like you have more, you can breathe better, you physically look better, and it's just overall, that physical activity, you got to incorporate it. Like I said, it's going to having time blocks. As an entrepreneur, as you're starting your business or your career, you got to have the time blocks. You got to have that schedules. I'll be right back. Number 5, brain dumping. Write down everything that comes to mind, like worries, to-dos, and ideas. Now let it go. Just throw it out in the air. Burn the paper if you have to. The goal is to free your brain from all constant mental clutter. You can add these tasks to your to-do list later when you have a clear mind to concentrate. Especially everything we all have worries, to-dos, ideas. Write them down. Write them down and just put them to the side. Let them go. As soon as they put on that paper, come back to them later. You don't need to constantly have that clutter in your mind. Brain dumping helps the mind, relieves the mind of constantly with the traffic jam of thoughts. So write it down, anything you got, or even voice record. We all got voice record, the voice memo on our phones. Send the voice record, put it in your phone, come back to it later. Put a reminder to check it later. So we have those ideas, those worries. I say with the worries, let those worries go. But the to-dos and the ideas, say them into your phone. Get the voice memo and say them into your phone. Put the reminder, come back to them later, and concentrate on them when you have a clear mind to work on them and focus on them. Instead of being cluttered with everything. Because we all have thoughts. We all have constant 1 million thoughts running through our brain every second of the day. So anytime you get them important thoughts, go to the voice memo, speaking into your phone, say what you have, or even write it down. Sometimes writing it down is better, so write it down. Number 6, make learning a hobby. Learning is an integral part of growth. Make learning intuitive by listening to classes, books, or even podcasts. I appreciate y'all listening to this podcast, by the way. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. But while doing other things, like going to work, going to the gym, biking, running, walking, driving places, going long distances, road trips, anything, make learning a hobby where your car is like your mobile classroom. And that's what I've constantly did. Anytime I'm in my car or anytime I'm doing anything, constantly I'm listening, reading a book. I just started a new book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. And I'm constantly listening to different podcasts, learning Spanish. So anytime I have the chance to learn, it's like, why not? So like I said, I turn my car into my mobile classroom. I just listen to stuff, always picking up knowledge, always picking up gems, which is always good to always being learning. Like I said, make learning a hobby where you always want to learn more and research more about yourself and about life. Number 7. That's the big one I've been talking about. Schedule your life. An organized life is a less stressful life. Consider planning out your day in an hourly block. I just said it. That was like the first one I talked about idolizing being busy. Schedule your life out. Hourly blocks are great, and make the high priority task first. Anything you think you have to do, make that first. And then, like I said, just schedule your life. We discussed this. Scheduling your life is just, like I said, go back to high school, having the periods, having the time blocks, have that lunch. Incorporate the breaks in there too within your scheduling. So you know, okay, this is my time where I got to take my break and just relax and chill. Number 8, decompress and de-stress every day. Pick a hobby that you find relaxing and try to incorporate it into your end of the day routine. Anything is valid as long as it helps you take your mind off work. So anything that helps you decompress and de-stress, make it a hobby at the end of the day. Maybe it might be my hobby is reading or Netflix and chilling or bowling or chefing or cooking, baking, just something where you can decompress and that gives you that escape where you're like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to think about nothing. This is what I want to do right now, where I don't have to think about my job or anything like that. This is my escape and this is where I'm at. So find that hobby, pick that hobby, or maybe you already have that hobby. Do that, continue doing that to where you're escaping, being free. Like I said, it's getting back to having that me time. That schedule it in at the end of the day. It's all about having that me time, that us time to where you can decompress, de-stress, and let it all out. Brain dump, do what you got to do, and just relax and chill. You're not worrying about anything. So, number 9, seek help. If you have any mental health or many mental health struggles, and that can be a major detriment to your overall well-being and your business. And there's no shame in getting help. So if you feel like you have any mental health struggles, I'm here to help. And you have people around you that's here to help. Or if you feel like you don't have nobody to reach out, you can always reach out to me. I'll connect you with the right people. So that's number 9. Always seek help if you need help. Don't feel like you got to hold it in or close it in. Speak to the people around you. Speak to somebody. Even write it down if you have to. Number 10, increase your mental resilience. Starting a business can be stressful. It comes with a lot of responsibilities, but you'll have to hold yourself accountable and have mental toughness. Holding yourself accountable is a big thing in a business as you're starting a business, because it's just you starting. Nobody's going to wake you up, push you to do like you have at a 9 to 5. You ain't going to have no boss or nothing like that. You're your own boss. So you got to have that mental resilience and hold yourself accountable and be aware of everything you're going to go through on the journey. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. There's going to be good days. There's going to be good weeks, good months, bad months. It's a roller coaster.
but you have to have that mental resilience and stay consistent and know where you're headed and where you want to be. And know that no matter what you're going through, you're going straight through that path. You're going to be tested, and it's going to be, hey, you're going to get through those tests. But it's about having that mental resilience and that mental toughness. At times, the level of stress that you feel and the weight of uncertainty may become unbearable. But at the end of the day, you got this, and I know you got this. Excuse me. You have to develop and maintain mental resilience. You have to be emotionally stable so that you can make good decisions under pressure. Last, you have to be more focused, patient, tenacious, and strong-willed. Controlling emotions under pressure is a big thing. Especially when you're starting your business, you're your own boss. You got to control your emotions with everything that come at you. Because people going to do what they want, but you can't let that disturb who you are and your peace. So you got to collect yourself mentally before you respond or think of a response or anything of that nature. But just having that mental resilience, having that mental, that emotional stability and control your emotions. Because like I said, you will be tested with anything and everything that you do. So having that mental toughness, having that mental resilience, being emotionally stable, and knowing nothing can shake you or nothing can break you. So staying strong, being focused, patient, tenacious, and strong-willed. Being in that mental, everything starts with your mental. So have that mental resilience, increase your mental resilience, know what you're getting into, research what you're getting into, and at the end of the day, stay focused. Like I said, you will be tested. Last one, identify your triggers. Entrepreneurship brings passion and obsession. You might feel a compulsive drive to get things done at the cost of your health and relationships. Man, scheduling yourself out, like I said, having them time schedules, having the family time, having that break time, it all correlates with scheduling your life. You got to have that family time. You got to have that me time. You got to have that break time. Just scheduling that all out will eventually, you want to have that compulsive, obsessive drive to get your shit done, because it's your business. You want to, I want to blow up overnight, because you see people blowing up overnight. You see it on Instagram. It's all in your face. Like, oh, I want this now. But you have to be patient with the process, because it's a process and you have to be patient with it. It's a grind. You got to know that you're getting into a grind. They call it a grind for a reason. So be prepared for the grind. Don't think it's going to happen overnight. So be patient, plan it out. Know that it comes with ups and downs, know that it comes with struggles, but know at the end of the day, you know where you're headed to, and you're going to stick it out and thug it out and ride for the grind. As a result, there's an increased risk of stress, which causes you to slip into an addiction. A lot of entrepreneurs fail to recognize that they develop drug addiction, painkiller addiction, alcohol addiction, etc. Be aware of the early signs like withdrawal from friends, changed sleeping, eating habits, and apathy. If you need medical advice, seek it. So, scheduling stuff out. Don't try to overwork yourself, overwork your mind, and just be patient with the process of what you're going through. Schedule the mental breaks. Have that brain dumping time. Have that meditation. You do yoga. Do something that brings you peace and tranquility. Don't always think you have to get shit done right then and there, unless you got a deadline. But even when you have deadlines, still schedule yourself out. Don't put yourself under all that mental pressure, all that pressure to get stuff done, and feel like you got to run yourself ragged. Take that time. Schedule yourself out. Prioritize the higher tasks that you have to get done. You got to cut out the procrastination. The procrastination has to stop. You got to get shit done if you want to have that not have that mental fatigue over time. But I'm going to give y'all a quick break. Then we're going to do the recap of the show. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Sana IE. Share it with a friend. Send it to a friend. I would love to hear y'all feedback on this show. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a review for me. Let me know how the show is. Let me know what your favorite show is. Let me know what you think of the show. Let me know what I can improve. All that. The feedback, I would love it. as well as if you listen on Spotify. I know Spotify doesn't have the reviews that you can leave, but shoot me a text, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email, and I'll post it on the my social media, as well as read them off on the shows. I had a few feedbacks on my last show. I appreciate the feedbacks. They some long messages. I don't know if y'all want to get out into them, but I appreciate them, and I love that people are really found the information within the last show, and they really love that it brought awareness to them, and it was informative. If you haven't heard the last show, take a gander back. Shout out to Gio. She did that. I appreciate her, and we're going to be right back. Recap. Quotes of the day. To discuss the quotes. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even if you don't want to do it. Discipline starts today. Start now. That's all I got to say. Next one. Sometimes we're tested not to show our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. Anything you're being tested or going through, you're stronger than what you're going through. So, go through it and grow through it. My Netflix recommendations, my action movie, The Old Guard. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. Hit me up. I like that movie. That's one of my favorite movies on Netflix right now, The Old Guard. Check it out. As well as Desperados. Shorty sent a cringing email to a dude she's dating and then flies to Mexico with her best friends. Yeah, it's outrageous. Comedy, check it out. Documentary, The Business of Drugs. Hey, we all know somebody that's probably done drugs or been on drugs or anything of that nature. Just check it out, see how it operates. That binge-worthy show, The Order, and my bonus one, Dead to Me. Check those out. Let me know what y'all think. I discussed ways to improve your mental health as an entrepreneur. Number 1, stop idolizing being busy. We don't always have to be busy, man. Have that downtime in your day. Scheduling downtime is number 2. That improves your mental health. Have a sleep. Get your 8 hours of sleep. Take a nap. Decompress, de-stress. Number 3, meditate and cultivate other mindful practices. You'll find something that relieves that mental pressure, that mental stress. Find that for you. Maybe meditating isn't for you. Maybe something else is. You can probably do yoga, check into yoga or something of that nature. Prioritize your physical activity. Work out, do a run, jog, push-ups, sit-ups, something. Get that physical activity in throughout your day. Brain dumping. Write down everything that comes to mind or speak it, voice memo. Get everything out that's on your mind. Don't just keep it in your head. Let it out. Talk to somebody about it. Vent. This is your way of venting, brain dumping. Number 6, make learning a hobby. You know how that goes. Number 7, schedule your life. That's the biggest thing to me. Having that time schedule within your life and knowing what you need to do and want to do and get it done. Number 8, decompress and de-stress every day. At the end of the day, find that hobby. That's your sweet escape. That's your escape that you can be cool, calm, and collected, where you can escape from. Maybe you want to play Fortnite, or like I said, Netflix and chill, Hulu and chill, Disney Plus. Maybe you like watching YouTube videos. Maybe you like making TikTok videos. Anything that is your hobby that gets you away from work, that lets you relieve everything. Number 9, if you got any mental health issues or struggles, it's all good. We all need help every now and then. Reach out for help if you need the help, and you'll get the help. Number 10, that mental resilience. Have that mental toughness. Have that emotional stability to know that it's going to be a grind. You're going to be tested. You're going to go through ups and downs. People will test you. Life will test you. Family will test you. It's all a test. You'll be going through heartbreaks, lose people, gain people. It's just, you got to have that mental structure and mental resilience to know where you're headed and where you want to be, and not letting anything knock you or get you deterred. It's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of life. Number 11, identify the triggers. Identify what triggers you and keep yourself. Don't get to that compulsive obsessive disorder to where you're trying to make everything happen in a day, everything happen in one night, trying to be the overnight success. No, it's a journey, it's a grind for a reason. You want to build yourself up and take your steps on that journey so it can feel sweeter when you do gain it. Because overnight, if you gain it overnight, you won't appreciate it as much. So enjoy that process that you're going through. Identify what triggers you. Identify yourself. Seeing if you're getting withdrawal from the family, withdrawing from friends. See if you're not sleeping right, eating right. Focus on yourself. Focus on your mental health. See how you are mentally, physically, and spiritually. Check yourself out. Check in with yourself on a daily basis and see how you feel. Know the mental triggers. See what your triggers. See what triggers you. See what's not helping you. See what's building you. And now my final quote. Never try too hard to make people like you. In fact, it doesn't matter if people like you or not. Be your best self and you'll attract the best people for you. This is the power of authenticity. And we out. Hope you have a good weekend.